Hello, JJ here. I just wanted to share with you all some half-price books finds that I just found today. I found a bunch of records today at half-price books, and I have a question, and I'm going to be putting a video together this weekend about it as well. At the half-price books in your part of the country, when do they have records that are in a locked-up bin that you need to ask to get into? But not only that, is that when you look at the records, these records are like 14.99, maybe like $10 a piece, and a person has to actually watch you while you shop. I really just find it odd because if I go to like Target or other record stores for stuff that costs even much more money, even brand new records, I don't have somebody watching over my shoulder the whole time. So I'm gonna videotape that and ask that question out there, so that'd be great. If I get any kind of responses on that after I post that, that'd be wonderful. So without any further ado, here's what I found. I talked about this record. It was really coincidental. It is Elvis's "The Way Down in the Jungle." These are the Jungle Room recordings. It has on here "Bitter They Are, the Harder They Fall." She Thinks I Still Care. Take 10. The Last Farewell. These are like outtakes from the Way Down in the Jungle Room recordings, and it even has pictures of the Jungle Room on the back of the record. It's a double album of Elvis. It's really cool. So I'm really looking forward to hearing this record. I talked about it on Rachel's channel on one of our chats, so I'm looking forward to this one. The next one I found, Melinda actually pointed this one out in her chat. This is actually a hard find, and I got this at a pretty decent price. This is Toto. It has on here Rosanna and Africa. It's pretty much a classic Toto record, and it's a pretty hard find. It actually does go for some pretty good money on Discogs, and I'm curious because I got it for low price, so it's a good find. Next one to add to my Billy Joel vinyl collection. I don't have this one. It's the Billy Joel "The Stranger." This is one of his great tunes on this one. I know this whole album from start to finish. Moving Out, of course. "The Stranger," "Just the Way You Are," "Scenes from Italian Restaurant" are on this record, as well as "Only the Good Die Young," and his couple B-sides that I really like is "Get It Right the First Time" and "Everybody Has a Dream." Picture the band on the back at an Italian restaurant. Pretty cool album cover overall by Billy Joel. The next one I actually did find a Ktell. It is the Seals and Crofts collection. This is their Ktell. It was released by Warner Brothers, but also by Ktell, as you can see on the back there in the upper. It's always opposite here. Sorry. In the upper corner right here, it's a Ktell record. This is the Seals and Crofts greatest hits, pretty much for that time. So it'd be "Get Closer" are the big hits on this one. "Castles in the Sand," "Summer Breeze," "Diamond Girl," all on this record. It's a Ktell record. It's a little dirty, so I'm gonna have to do some cleanup, kind of bit of a project, but it's gonna be a good addition to my Ktell collection if it plays well. The next one is Kenny G. I like Kenny G. I saw him twice in my lifetime. Once at the Marks Amphitheater, where Stanley Jordan opened for him. Stanley Jordan's one of my favorite guitarists. Stanley Jordan does like "Stairway to Heaven" and "Eleanor Rigby." He does a really good jazz renditions of that. This was his big hit record that he had. "Don't Wait Me Wait for Love," "Songbird" is on this one. If anyone don't know, I've heard the rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't researched, but he's one of the original investors of Starbucks coffee. So apparently, not only does he make money doing jazz records, but he also made money from raw residuals from the Starbucks corporation. And the last one, but not least, this is "Sesame Street Fever." Kind of a cool one to get into the spirit of things. A little dirty, but I think I find that common with older 1978 children's records because, like myself, other ones, when I was 6, I didn't take very good care of my records as it was. So maybe a bit of a project. Hopefully, I can get this one cleaned up to play somewhat decent on my record player. If not, it'll go on the shelf as definitely a display model because of the cover parodying the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. And actually, it says on here that Robin Gibb does sing with them. And this has disco hits on it like "Doing the Pigeon," "Rubber Ducky." It's supposed to be a disco version of "Rubber Ducky." "Trash," done by Robin Gibb, which sounds like that's more of an Oscar song. Also on this one is C is for Cookie, and has anybody seen my dog is on this one. It's a shorter record, but it's got a cool gatefold on it as well with all the characters on it. You can look in here and see Grover and Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch, Cookie Monster, all are on this record. So it's pretty good find, especially it's getting in the spirit of things for this weekend. The new Street Gang movie comes out, which is the documentary on Sesame Street. Where they're going to show all the behind the scenes, the history of Sesame Street. It's supposed to be a very good documentary. I'm looking forward to it. Those are my half price books finds. I do plan this weekend on filming over at Half Price Books. That record procedure I told you about, where they're like looking over my shoulder when I look at the more expensive expensive records, but what they classify as expensive records at the one by me, I would like records that are only like $10. So there's some Beatles in there. And they say I asked about it, and they told me that people five finger the records and take them out the door, but I still find it hard not to be able to secure records when a lot of other stores don't seem to have that problem. So, hope you have a good night, and I will talk to you soon.